My neighbor before
Mr. Edwin Clark.
I'm not even sure of how many were coming with you, but it shows our appreciation of your visit. The head of the Clark family, Professor C.C. Clark, who is the younger brother of the Chief Ike Clark, went home to Delta State on Friday because your colleague, the governor, was visiting the family, and also to formally inform them of what had happened. So he left with some of the children. If not, they are much more than this. Let me, on their behalf, and those that have been introduced to you, and our other leaders, welcome you most sincerely. When I say welcome, it's not as if you are coming to mourn or to condole, because you are one of those most affected by the departure of our father. So you have only come to join the rest of us who are in this town where your father stayed and passed on, for us to remember his memory and to also say a few words about him. The instructions he gave were very clear, that any time anything happens, he gave 3 names. So these 3 people must be the first to know what has happened. Your Excellency, I can confirm that you are among those 3 names he gave. That shows the love he had for you. And I remember when he did, if I may call it a false start, about 3 weeks earlier, when he had slight crisis, and he was praying. Your name was one of the names he was calling. And he was shouting, Yekurao, Yekurao, which means no shaking. And he prayed and prayed for you. And so it shows the love he had for you, and it's reciprocal because as a son, you also. About 12,000 people at the minimum have passed through this door since this happened. And from all parts of Nigeria, people have come to join to remember him. Passed on quite happy and peacefully because we discovered, and I think I mentioned it briefly to you, that it appears it's gradually winding down. We saw that for the past 2 months, a man that hardly sleeps about 5 hours started to sleep, and I'm sure Chief Sekebo will, as a medical doctor, confirm this. He started sleeping up to like 15 hours in a day. So I was telling people that this old man is gradually winding down. And but then it was still good health, and there was no cause for us to be afraid. On Sunday, before this happened, because this happened on Monday night, on Sunday about 11, when we normally have late breakfast, we saw that he didn't wake up. He was still sleeping and sleeping. So they tried to wake him. I said, no, leave it, let him rest. And as we were there, we just heard him shout. He was praying. Then he shouted, I'm in Nigeria. I love Nigeria. And he kept quiet. And he shouted again, I love Nigeria. And after they said, I'm in Nigeria. You know the way his voice is. And after he said that, he was silent. So we panicked, and with the children rushed him to the hospital. And those were the last words he said. But his instruction is that nobody should mourn him. But please tell all my children, both here and everywhere, that nobody should mourn me. And he said, if you have to kill a cow every day, kill a cow every day. Let people celebrate my life. So we welcome you and this very important entourage that has some of the most senior Nigerians that this country has produced to come with you to join the rest of the family to remember your father. And We will keep you posted because, like I said earlier, 3 people. The other 2, they know who they are. And then he later added the list. He got about 10 people. First 3, you are among that first 3. You will be kept well informed of every arrangement, because those who went home are coming back later today. We'll sit down and begin to think of dates, in contact with the church, in contact with the community at home to plan. And then you'll be kept well informed. Sorry, you say something? Am I forgetting something? Okay. So, Your Excellency, once more welcome. On an argument here, I was pitying him because he is the first biological son, and President Jonathan came here, and we used to call Jonathan his first son. So he was moved slightly down to second first son. And when the Senate
Down to about 20.
and there have been some of your colleagues, several governors who have been here. So you are the people on the higher scale of the first son. So that's why we say all of us are also passing our condolences to Your Excellency. On that note, I'm sure a few reflections of your father, we would like to hear, and it will be a great comfort to the family. So once more, welcome, Your Excellency. Thank you very much.
When we were coming in, my aides was pointing to the condolence register. He didn't even understand. Do I need to write condolence for my own father?
No.
What I need to do is to make sure I participate in everything to make sure that we give him a befitting burial. In fact, celebration in the course of the program. I have a few things to just say here. This goes to the immediate family. Papa has lived a very wonderful life. It's not that he doesn't have his own shortcoming, but you people should try as much as you can to live with love. That is the only way the legacy, the good work he has done, can be sustained. We're reading in the social medias, we're reading from other means of this media, where some families, as soon as the head is no more, there is division everywhere, scrambling for one thing or the other. Please, I want to appeal to you, everyone. One aspect that is good is that you're all grown up, which makes it easy for some person, but difficult because everybody will want to claim right. That is the truth. Mm-hmm. Some people say it's easy. It's not easy because at this point everyone wants to claim right. But please, ensure that you don't allow any gap to come in between to cause any division. Be more united now than ever. And that is the only way that we, his children, outside, can come in and support you to make sure that Papa memory is evergreen. That is the truth. If there is any breakage there won't be any reason, there won't be any cause, there won't be any purpose for us to continue to show, to express the love that we have for our late father. So please, that is my own appeal to you. But in all, we give God all the glory. He is the one who gives, he is the one who takes care at his own time. We believe that it pleased him at this time to call our father to come home so that they can, if they used to drink Pamidia, so that they can get Pamidia. If they used to drink communion beer, continue with communion. So we give God all that glory and say thank you. We have not lost anything. What we've lost so far is his absence. That is the truth. He has built a lot of men. One of the, I think, a day to, about 2 days before this information, I don't know, I woke up in the evening, about 10, 11 in the night. I said, I've not spoken to him for a while.
Yes,
and I called.
The night before.
Yeah, I called.
Saturday night.
I didn't get any reply. About 6 hours later, that was when I got the message that he had an emergency and he was rushed to the hospital. I said, okay, they should just keep me posted. Why am I saying this? Is the relationship. So at that time, Ambassador Kanu also gave me other words from him that we shouldn't worry that this is the situation. Maybe we already know it was almost coming to his time. But what is important, like I said, is he lived a good life. He has finished his work. It is we to continue from where he has stopped.